Do modern extremists have the right to slaughter innocent lives in the name of Qital and Jihad? Traditional clerics use the Quran to justify physical massacres, but the actual text shatters this violent narrative. Let us analyze the literal and psychological truth of Surah At-Tawbah, verses 14 and 15. Verse 14 explicitly commands, "Fight them. God will punish them by your hands, and will disgrace them and give you victory over them, and satisfy the chests of a believing people." Look closely at the psychology of this verse. The divine disgrace mentioned here is not about physical torture or killing. It is the ultimate defeat of a corrupt ideology. True divine justice is keeping the human alive while fully dismantling their system of oppression and exposing their lies to the world. Furthermore, look at the root word of Momin, AMN, which literally means a giver of absolute peace and security. A true peace-loving Momin can never find psychological comfort in seeing a human corpse or shedding blood. A Momin's heart is only satisfied when terror is intellectually defeated and humanity is rescued from fear. The divine text continues in verse 15, "And he will remove the anger of their hearts. And God turns in mercy to whom he wills. And God is knowing and wise." This is the ultimate psychological checkmate against extremists. The verse states that this warfare results in removing the anger from their hearts and God turning to them in mercy. Think about it: if you physically execute a human being, how can the anger in their heart be removed? A physical killing only breeds generational revenge, triggering endless new wars. Moreover, how can a dead person repent or receive divine mercy in this world? This proves that Quranic Qital is the psychological and ideological termination of radical thoughts, keeping the human alive to reform them. The verse concludes, "And God is knowing and wise." God is Alim and Hakim, because he knows that lasting universal peace is never established by dropping bombs or stacking corpses, but by intellectually transforming human minds and hearts. This connects directly to the true meaning of jihad. The literal Arabic root of jihad is, which means putting forth your absolute maximum effort, continuous hard work, and intellectual struggle for a noble cause. It has nothing to do with swords or bombs. When an individual struggles night and day to study the literal root words of the Quran, understand their true depths, and communicate them to save minds from radicalism, that is the highest and truest form of jihad in the path of God. So, where does the doctrine of physical massacres and total genocide come from? It belongs to the Old Testament. In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 20, verses 16 and 17, the biblical law explicitly commands that in the cities of the enemy, you shall let nothing that breathes remain alive, but you shall utterly destroy them. Today's modern radicals are practicing this bloody biblical law under Muslim names, falsely rewarding Islam with the label of terrorism. If you love universal peace, deep wisdom, and psychological liberation, subscribe to Tomorrow's Hope and free your mind.